Welcome to downtown Louisville, Kentucky. Did I say that right? Alright, so we just picked up, man, talk about some tight streets with this big truck. Definitely using my skills here today. So I picked up in this tight little dock over there with, picked up some meat. Heading on down to Doral, Florida, which is near Miami. Like I said in my last video, I've not been that far down south to Florida, so it's going to be all new territory for me. It's going to be all new experience. I'm looking forward to it. So just go ahead and enjoy this downtown area, and once I get out of here, we'll continue down the road. See my skills in action here. I like these tight streets. Yeah, back.
Proceed south on South 1st Street in a quarter mile. Take exit on the left for I-65 South in Nashville. I'm going to make all these tight turns today, don't they? Okay, man, I thought it wanted me to turn left right here. I was going to say, my goodness. Take exit on the left for I-65 South.
This one looks a little better. I can do this one.
In a quarter mile, continue on to I-65.
About 42,000 pounds of pork sitting in my trailer, so it's definitely gonna ruin my fuel, my MPGs. My MPGs for my last trip from North Carolina to Kentucky was
I-65 in 4.25 miles. Continue straight down I-65.
Talk too much. I had it up to 9.5 because I only had 7,000, a little over 7,000 pounds in the trailer, and I had, quite a bit of time to get to where I needed to go. So I was going, like 58 miles per hour most of the trip. So my MPGs were amazing. It was going to be great for my fuel bonuses. But this one might kind of dig into that a little because it's a heavy load, and I got 1,100 miles ahead of me. So I'm shutting down here in White House, Tennessee. I'm stopping at the Little Loves here. I didn't want to get all the way into Nashville because, parking is hard when you get into a large city, and I couldn't get much further past Nashville today without just not getting parking at all. So I figured this was a safe stop for the day, and I didn't know they had it here, and I'm glad they did because I've always wanted to try this, and I finally am getting the opportunity. Taco John's. So I got some street tacos. I asked for chicken, but they gave me steak, but that's all right. It came with these potatoes and a drink, and I asked the guy recommended. I asked him what's good here. He recommended the cheese potatoes, so I got that, which is basically that. If I would have known that, I would have got the combo. That's all right. So I'm glad I'm finally getting to try my tacos. I didn't even know I had a taco place out here, and I'm finally going to get to try them. And since I'm sitting here in the bunk, any of you that have a Freightliner, does yours do this? So you have the fridge, microwave, and then a little space in between, right? Did you know that right here, there's a light? I just found that out. So I don't know if all Freightliners do that. Check here or see if it does that. Or if you knew, well, I just found out. I didn't know. I was straightening up in here and I looked under and said, what is that? And I push this. Oh my gosh, there's a light in here. Find something new every day in here. All right, so I'm gonna enjoy my food and call it a night. And yeah, we got a ways to go to get to Miami, Florida. So gonna kind of pace ourselves a little. I don't want to. Well, actually, tomorrow I kind of get a lot of miles in tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and I'm gonna break the 600 mile threshold, only because I need to do laundry. So I need to hurry up and get to. There's a Prime facility in Florida, so I'm gonna try and hurry up and get there to do laundry, and then from there it's like a 4-hour drive to Miami. So. If I can hurry up and get to my my plan to stop tomorrow, get laundry then I'll be ahead of schedule. I'll be doing pretty good. So, all right, let me dig into this. All right, so the potato bites with the cheese were pretty good, but like I said, if I knew that they came with a combo, I would have just got the regular tacos and that, and not the combo. The street tacos, yeah, maybe the streets of Tennessee. But I'm from California. I mean, they're not bad. You know, they're edible. I'm hungry, so I'm eating them. They're not bad. But they put blue cheese on it. Is it blue cheese crumbles? I don't know. It's not a street taco that I'm used to. But you know, it's not bad. It's good. I'm not going to complain, other than the fact that they shouldn't call it a street taco. They should call it a, excuse me, they should call it a Tennessee street taco for sure. But it's good nonetheless. You know, if you've never tried a Taco John, you know, try at least once. I'll definitely go back and try some of their other items. I definitely won't get their Tennessee street tacos again. I might try one of their burritos or something else on their menu. The cheese potatoes are pretty good. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you guys like Taco John's, or if it's just kind of like a Taco Bell. You know, some people say it's fake Mexican food. Well, I like Taco Bell. I think I prefer Taco Bell over this, actually. But yeah, I'm just kind of, the taco's not bad, just don't call it a street taco. All right, good morning. Got my coffee here at this Love's in White House, Tennessee. Looks like my weather from Kentucky followed me. There's a lightning storm happening right now, which, man, the South has the best lightning storms, I'll tell you. From what I remember, from being a kid and hanging out in the South for a while, best lightning storms. I actually enjoyed the lightning storms, thunderstorms. I think they're really cool. Kind of a weird thing. I've always wanted to do that, chase the tornado thing. I think that'd be pretty fun to do. All right, so here I'm gonna get on the road and get us to Florida today. no more parking at the truck stops or rest stops. People just park on the side of the road, even though there's a sign right there that says no parking. And what do they expect us to do out here? You know, it's definitely a problem. And there's definitely too many truckers and not enough parking spots for us. It's really a shame. You know, it's something that needs to be looked at. I think it's one of the many tiny little flaws in the industry that makes it difficult to do it. My day would be so much easier if I knew I had a parking spot at the end of the night. You know, I could definitely plan my days a lot better. I try to plan my days according to parking spots, and I shouldn't have to do that. You know, the truck stops that do provide a lot of parking, you know, I'd say at least a quarter of their parking spots you have to pay to park. I mean, I'm not mad at them, as you know, as business, they're going to capitalize on where they can make money. I totally get it, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem fair when parking is very limited, especially in some places like Ontario or in Sacramento. I'm sure there's others, but those are the two I can think of right offhand where, you know, you can't, there's no free parking. You gotta pay no matter what. It's all paid parking. Check out that cloud up there. It almost looks like a tornado. Not a tornado, but sure does look like it, doesn't it? To Jackson, Georgia. I wanted to get to the Florida, at least cross the Florida border today on my way to Miami. Unfortunately, man, when I went through Nashville early this morning, heavy traffic getting through Nashville, just normal commute traffic. But then once I got past Nashville, there was a minor accident that took me almost 45 minutes to an hour to get past. Then when I got to Atlanta, Georgia, same thing. I went through some city traffic, it looked like it was just commute traffic, but then there was like a really bad accident right past Atlanta on the 75 South, which again delayed me about another hour and a half. That one took a while to get through. And then as I got close here to Jackson, Georgia, I got a Qualcomm message from the fuel desk saying, hey, there's a major incident on 75 South, mile marker 122, which was about, I don't know, 50 miles ahead of me maybe, I don't know. Anyways, it was on my path. Freeway completely shut down in both directions, major injury accident, probably a fatality, I don't know. So with all that said, you know, and all the delays, I made it as far as Jackson, Georgia. So let's see what I did today. Not much. So yeah, so I only did 341 miles today, and it took me almost 7 hours to do it. Definitely not a lot. Yeah, got traffic that just really killed my time. You know, like I've said many times, you guys know I really don't like driving past 5 or 6 p.m. 6 p.m. till 1 a.m. I like to be shut down, only because that's about the time frame where you can find no parking, and that's usually the time frame where I need to find parking. So I tried to be shut down outside of those time frames, just so I don't have to deal with it. Parking is really a problem out here, if you guys don't know. And for those of you that are drivers, you know the struggle. Like I said earlier, you know, I have to plan my days around where am I going to park today, which sometimes doesn't work out because, you know, I have to deliver at midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning. And once I'm done with that, I have nowhere to go. I got to find a parking spot, and good luck. So I shut down here, and man, was I desperately in need of doing some laundry. I was literally down to my last set of complete clothing. So I was able to do that. My favorite truck stop to stop, if I do stop at truck stops, is Love's. Love's is by far, for me, the best truck stop out here. I enjoy the rewards program. They're usually really friendly, clean facilities. Most of the facilities are fairly new. Some of the pilots and TAs, they're an older company, so a lot of their facilities are older, and so they haven't been updated. Not that they're a bad company. I still, you know, go there when I need to, but Love's is just by far my favorite, except for this one. I had a really bad experience for the first time ever at a Love's, and actually the worst experience I've had period at a truck stop. And this isn't even a bad area, you know, it has nothing to do with it. This is a fairly new Love's, I think. It's it looks nice inside, it's well kept and clean, but I went there to do laundry. 2 washing machines. If any of you are familiar with the Jackson, Georgia Love's. So I go in there, 2 laundry machines, and I think 6 dryers, all fully open. No one used them. I was like, great, I got lucky. Didn't have to wait for no one. I load both of my laundry, put the soap in there, get it all set, insert my card to pay, $2.50, which isn't bad. Some places it's almost $4. $2.50 for a load. Go to insert my card, and it just, like the spinning circle of death. It's not, you know, it read the transaction is done, but it won't actually start the machines. So I was like, all right, well, maybe it just takes a while. It took forever. So I go to the cashier, and boy, was she a winner. Man, just right away, attitude with me. She obviously was not having a good day, and her customer service skills were definitely out the window. I've had those days, so I totally get it. But I was having a bad time also, and I'm the customer, right? So anyways, I go up to her and I say, hey, you know, what's up with these machines? They're not working. And she's like, yeah, they're out of order. And I was like, okay, well, there wasn't a sign on them. And she's like, well, we keep putting signs up, but you truck drivers keep taking them down, so we just stopped putting them up. So I was like, okay, well, that doesn't help me now because I already put all my laundry in there. I've already swiped my card for payment, and I already have the soap in the machine. What am I supposed to do now? And she's like, well, you can try putting coins in. Sometimes that works instead of the card. So I was like, okay, well, I've got some cash on me. Can you change me? You know, I need some quarters. She's like, yeah, but I can only give you $5 in quarters. Oh man, okay. So I've got, you know, 2 loads of laundry, which, you know, $250 plus $250, that's $5. How am I going to dry my clothes after that? So anyway, so I got change. I got the $5. I start my 2 washing machines, and I'll just go to another cashier to ask for more change, right? I won't go to her no more. But she just rubbed me the wrong way, man. I usually don't like to complain, even when I don't get a great customer service experience. But I did write an email to Love's explaining what happened and how I was really frustrated and upset with the way I was treated and how the situation was handled. Not that I'm never going to come back to a Love's. I enjoy their services, and so I'll definitely be back. But this one particular time, didn't enjoy it. Anyways, I was able to use my card in the dryer. It worked. A few people came in after to do laundry, and I warned them, hey, be careful using your card. Make sure you use coins only. One guy, while I was folding my laundry, he was finished washing, put his in the dryer, and he had the same issue. His card wouldn't work, so he had to put change. He had to go to the cashier, and he came back and he told me the same story. He's like, man, these guys like really rude in here. And he actually talked to, I think, the manager of the place. He wasn't even that same cashier. So I told him, yeah, and I told him, yeah, I even sent an email to Love's saying that I was really unhappy. All right, anyways, moving on. So I got that done. I took a shower, got clean clothes. I'm happy. I'm good to go. So I still have 6 hours to get to my fuel stop, which I'm gonna do. I'll get there by tomorrow. And then from there, I still have another 24 hours before I have to be to my appointment in Miami. And that's only like another 3 hours, 4-hour drive from my fuel stop. So I got plenty of time. I'm going to kind of just take it easy tomorrow, get to my fuel stop. I may even stay there for the night because I only have, like I said, 3 or 4 hours to Miami from there. Kind of play it by ear, see what happens. So yeah, thanks for joining me on this trip, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here for today. I will finish up my trip to Miami in a next video. So thanks for riding along with me. Really appreciate it. And again, if you have a Freightliner, let me know if you know about that light. I'm really curious about it. All right, see you guys down the road.